Hey everybody, I'm Christy and I am in the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen. It is in our little 3-bedroom ranch home in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. But today we aren't making Southern food. We are going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Today is actually 3 de Mayo, but I want you to see this before Cinco de Mayo so that you can possibly make it for yourself if you'd like to. We will actually be watching the Kentucky Derby later. Today I'm going to be making a Mexican casserole. It is roasted street corn and chicken casserole, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a creamy, frosty dessert that you can make up in about 8 minutes flat. So come along with me.
Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me.
So before we put together the casserole, I have to show you what we're doing to prep the ingredients for our casserole. We've got some chicken, which I'm going to show you how I make in the Pampered Chef multi-cooker here. And then we've got some jalapeños and onions that I'm going to dice up. And the rest of the stuff is all right here. And so let's get started on the prep. Okay, we are starting out with a very nice sized chicken breast. It's probably about 1.5 pounds, and I'm going to liberally season it with the everything but the taco seasoning from Pampered Chef. Kind of just shaking it on there until my heart desires. And then I'm putting the chili lime seasoning on top of that. Not quite as much of that. Going to flip it over and do the same thing. So this pot that I'm using is the Pampered Chef ceramic pot for the pressure cooker. It does fit in any of the 6-quart or 8-quart pressure cookers. I'm putting on the silicone top here, and I'm going to put it inside the multi-cooker. And I've got 2 cups of water in the bottom. I'm going to put the lid on and use the poultry setting, which is for 15 minutes, and press start. For our veggies, I have 4 spring or green onions that I'm going to slice up here. I'm not using the tops for this. And then I've also got 2 jalapeno peppers. I'm actually only using 1 for the recipe. I'm saving 1 aside for some guacamole that I'm going to make later for us. I'm going to semi-devein these peppers and take out most of the seeds, but I'm going to leave just a little bit in for a little bit of heat because we do like that. I'm just going to dice them up fine here, and they're ready to roll. And then I've got some cilantro in our mince and roll. That is one of the newer tools from Pampered Chef. It makes mincing up your herbs and some garlic super easy and fast. I love it. And in 15 minutes, our chicken is done, and we're going to press the button on the front to release the steam. Nobody even has to touch the top vent. Let's take the silicone lid off and take a look and see what our chicken looks like once it's cooked. And to me, that looks like it's been cooked perfectly. And we're going to use our salad chopper. Yes, it's a salad chopper, but we're going to use it to chop up this chicken into bite-sized pieces. And you just get in there just like you would with a pair of scissors, and you chop up all that chicken into a nice fine shred. As you can see, it was very juicy and done perfectly in the Pampered Chef multi-cooker. Absolutely love cooking and pre-cooking chicken this way. Alrighty, and through the magic of television and stealthy editing, we have our chicken finished. You saw how I did that in multi-cooker with our everything but the taco seasoning and our chili lime seasoning. And let me tell you, I'm just going to take a little taste of it right now. That's really good. And it's so tender and ridiculously juicy. So to our chicken, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. This is the Pampered Chef Measure All cup. It takes all of your stuff and makes it really easy. This is the 1 cup. I was using the 2 cup because I only have 1 cup, but the 1 cup measures up to 2 cups. No, that's wrong. The 2 cup can measure 1 cup. Alrighty, so I've got our mayonnaise, sour cream. This, my dear friends, is the ticket, or one of the tickets. This is the Pampered Chef Creamy Jalapeno Seasoning Mix. This does have a kick, which is why I'm only using one of the jalapeno peppers that I diced up, because I want to use one in some guacamole that I want to make later. And so I'm going to put 2 nice tablespoons of the creamy jalapeno mix in there. There is salt in these seasonings, so we always need to be mindful of salt content. And then another nice tablespoon of the everything but the taco seasoning that I used to season our meat, or chicken. That's a good tablespoon, maybe a few shakes more. And I'm going to use probably a teaspoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder is one of those things you kind of measure with your heart. If you don't like garlic, leave it out. Alrighty. And this is Cotija Cheese. And I'm going to add about a half a cup of that. I measure cheese with my heart, y'all, into our thing as well. All right, so here is the roasted street corn. We have 1 can of the whole kernel fire roasted corn blend. So I drained most of the liquid out of the roasted street corn. I thought a little bit of the liquid might be nice for flavor. And then 1 can of regular traditional corn. Del Monte is the brand that makes the fire roasted street corn. There's also frozen variety. I forget what brand that is. Or you could just use the Mexi corn, or you could just use regular corn. But I think that the fire roasted corn is going to give us a nice flavor. All right, so here is the jalapeno and the green onion that I diced up. I left in just a couple seeds because these did not feel like they were super hot jalapenos. If you don't like jalapenos, you could use a jalapeno, or you could use a poblano. Give you a very similar flavor without any heat whatsoever. And now we're just going to mix it all up. Oh my, this is going to be good. So what do you do for Cinco de Mayo? For me, it is just like literally a excuse to eat Mexican food. But in reality, it is a celebration of Mexican independence, I believe is what it is. It's a military celebration holiday that somehow we in America have adopted as an excuse to eat Mexican food. And for some of you, possibly to drink some beer. Probably not the reason we do it. But oh my gosh, y'all. That smells amazing. And I say that every time. And it's just not fair that none of you can smell it. Gotta get everything mixed in here. I'm using my mix and scraper here from Pampered Chef. Makes easy work of getting all your stuff mixed in. So this morning I went to the auction down the road because they have a couple of chicken coops. And we are getting 6 more chicks who are currently being raised at the farm of a friend. And we got to be on chicken duty this weekend to pick up some of the chicks that came in because my friend was away. And we got to get them acclimated in their little brooder. So I've been chicken mama this weekend. I'll show you a little bit of that video on the screen. So anyway, I am hoping to win a chicken coop. That's pretty good sized chicken coop for possibly a really big savings. So we'll see about that. All right. So I have everything mixed up. You can see that it looks delicious. All right. I have my 12 by 12 baking pan here that fits in the deluxe air fryer and oven. I'm going to go ahead and get that preheated. And we're going to use the top oven on this one. Bake for, I'm going to do 28 minutes. And that starts the preheating process. One thing I did not mix in was the cilantro. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the top, and then we're going to use a little more for garnish. If you don't like cilantro, of course, you can leave it out. We love it. Look at that. Oof, that looks good. Creamy. Let me give it a taste. Oh, wow. Y'all. That has a little bit of a limey zing because there's a lime flavoring in that creamy jalapeno. Of course, street corn, you would put tahini, the spice, on, so that kind of accounts for the limey flavor of the tahini. I feel like the salt content is just perfect right now. I don't like to over salt things. Okay, so the next step is, of course, to top it with cheese. I've got, I don't know, maybe 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. I'm using mostly Colby Jack that I shred myself. I usually buy the 5-pound block from Azure Standard that lasts us for a couple of months. And we're good. All right. And I've got, you know what? I've got a little bit of mozzarella left. So cheese is cheese, people. Do you agree? Cheese is cheese. It all makes it good. Now these are actually fresh raw cheeses, so they do clump a little bit after you grate them if you don't use them right away. But that's okay. I'd rather have the raw cheese if we can get it. All right. All right, so to finish, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of the everything but the taco seasoning on the top, just to give it some color. And I have tortilla strips that I'm just gonna sprinkle these on top. Boy, that looks like a fiesta. Oh my, I can't wait to try this. It's really good. So I hope that everybody's been doing well since our last time that we got to be together on the Ramsey Ranch. Welcome to all of you who are new. Oh, that looks so good. I'm going to go ahead and show that to you. Yum. All right, it's going in the oven. Easy as you please, and we'll be back. Everybody, it's done. It looks so good. Look at this. Oh, yum. So festive. Wonderful. Oh, smells so good. We're not going to try it yet because I'm going to show you how to make a little Mexican hot chocolate freeze. This is the new from Pampered Chef frozen drink maker. It's 2 pieces. This insulated cup goes in your freezer to freeze solid. And then this is the base. This is super easy. Okay, so I've got some chocolate milk. This base is frozen. Now this comes in a set of 1 or a set of 2, and I'll pop the information up on the screen, and there will be a link down in the comments. I'm going to put in about a cup of this cold chocolate milk. And to make it Mexican, we are going to add in a couple of teaspoons of mini chips, chocolate chips, and about a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon. Oh yeah, baby. And then we're just going to take this little mixing spoon that you can also eat with out of it, and we're going to mix. And it takes about 6 to 8 minutes to make it into the consistency of a frozen drink, or even like a Frosty type consistency. So I'm going to bring you in closer and watch how I mix it up. So you just have to mix, just keep pressing around the sides, because the sides are going to be very cold because that's the frozen part. So you just kind of mix it around, and it does take, you know, maybe 6 to 8 minutes to get it to the consistency that it will. And I am being messy here, but I'm just using a regular chocolate milk, cinnamon and sugar, and the mini chocolate chips. So if you can see, it is already starting to thicken up. It's been about 2 minutes. And as I'm pushing down on the sides, I can feel the freeze happening. So this is really a great tool if you don't want a big appliance, but you still want to make frozen drinks. I have already made like a lemon freeze similar to the Chick-fil-A lemon freeze. I have made a chocolate mint smoothie, or freeze, however you want to say it, with the new chocolate mint flavoring. I'll pop an image of that up on the screen. Pampered Chef just came out with a chocolate mint flavoring that is so yummy and refreshing. And you use that with chocolate milk as well. But today we are going to go south of the border with our freeze. And it's already starting to thicken up. And it will eventually turn after another minute or two into like a soft frosty type consistency. Yeah, if you hear that scraping, that's the freeze happening along the sides. So you just keep mixing. It's a good thing for the kids. If you got little ones who want to make a freeze, this will keep them busy for 8 or 10 minutes. And they can make their own freeze and smoothie. I think I actually may send one of these to my nephew for his birthday. He'll be 9 and he loves to cook. Speaking of cooking and kids, June 1st, Pampered Chef is coming out with the Kids Club. And I'm going to be talking more about that another time. But it is the most amazing set if you want to get your little ones into the kitchen. It's getting there. You can see it. It is a nice... Now, if you wanted just a smoothie, Frosty, you're going to hold it, of course. And it is a non-stick bottom, like a non-skid bottom. You're there. Look at that. That is awesome. I can't wait to try it. I have to try dessert first. Who says we can't, right? All right, so I guess we're 5 minutes in. And that's just about where I would want to have it. Just kind of a nice, soft, you could drink that or use a spoon, either way. All right, so now I'm going to bring you back and we are going to try the Mexican street corn chicken casserole. Look at this. In the minute or so that it took me to move the camera, it has thickened up even more. Let's give it a try. Oh, can I twirl this spoon? I guess I can. Wow. That is everything you would think a Mexican hot chocolate would, Frosty or freeze would be. You've got that hint of cinnamon, not too much. Chocolate, chocolate chips. And look at this. It is legit creamy in like less than 6 minutes. That's awesome. So while our casserole made, I made us a lovely salad to go alongside it. This bowl was just released by Pampered Chef. It's a set of 2. There is a larger bowl and this is the smaller bowl. They are outdoor serving bowls. They're made from melamine, which means they don't break. But if you hear that, it almost sounds like it's stoneware, and it looks like stoneware. I'm going to pop a close-up up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. But isn't that a pretty salad? That'll go great. It's just basic cucumbers, tomatoes, green onion, lettuce, and that'll do it. But this is the smaller of the serving bowls. Those just were released May 1st. And then we're going to serve it on the brand new outdoor dinnerware set that Pampered Chef just released. Also, it's 4 dinner plates, 4 salad plates, and 4 bowls. It's in that same melamine, and it looks like stoneware. Let's go ahead and put some of the salad in a bowl. It looks pretty. I didn't bring my salad tongs. That's okay. I'm looking forward to this. All right. There's some salad. And then I'm just going to use the small plate for our casserole. Oh, yummy. Look how pretty. Don't want to leave any of that behind. And I'm going to add a little more cilantro on the top of mine because I like it that way. Let's give it a shot. Looks great. There is so much flavor going on in this. It has a tiny kick, not a big kick. Now the jalapeno, creamy jalapeno seasoning that I used does have a kick. If you just taste the seasoning itself, it's going to burn you a little bit. But once you mix it into something like this, it tones down the flavor, and you kind of have a little bit of zing as if you had squeezed fresh lime. And if you've ever had the creamy jalapeno dip at a certain Mexican restaurant, that is the flavor that this is. The roasted corn, the tortillas on top, the cheese, the cilantro, the chicken that I made in the multi-cooker. This one's a keeper. For absolute sure. I made the Hatch chili casserole a couple of episodes ago, and this has a completely different flavor profile. Either one of those would be great for Cinco de Mayo or Taco Tuesday. But we are still waiting on the auction. We don't know if we won the chicken coop yet. Future Christy here. We did not win the chicken coop. It went higher than we wanted to pay, so we're going to keep on looking. Definitely, if you are interested in the drink maker, my link to Pampered Chef is going to be below in the comments, and I will link to that. I will be doing a shared rewards party for May of 2025. So if you're watching in May of 2025, a shared rewards party is basically everyone who orders drives up a discount all the way to 25%. You can save off of your whole order. So if enough people order, you can actually place a Pampered Chef order, and then you can save 25%. But I will leave the links to the dishware, the bowl set, and the outdoor dish set, and the frozen drink maker, just because sometimes folks do ask me, hey, how can I get that? And that supports our channel and our family as well, because Pampered Chef is one of the loves of my life. I enjoy it. I love the company. They're good to us. But look at this. Look at this, y'all. The longer it sits, it's getting more and more like a Frosty. And you're tasting that cinnamon, which, that's amazing. So, until next time, get you in the kitchen and cook you up something good. Subscribe to the Ramsey Ranch channel if you have not already. We would love to show you more. I post a video about once a week, sometimes twice if I have the time. But I truly have enjoyed doing this channel all off on its own, separate from our other channel, Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. But this is a great one, and I hope that you'll make it. Recipe is in the description, and we will see you the next time. God bless you all. Have a great day.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. It's Brooks, and I have to tell you, I am trying this casserole for the first time after the video, and let me just tell you, what a fantastic lunch. She's paired this with a great salad. We've got a little jalapeno ranch. I mean, Mexican fiesta. Yes. As a matter of fact, you'll be thanking us later. You'll be saying, gracias, Senora Christy. And all we can say to that is, de nada.